Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is business game for batch 2007-0418 to 22, Circle 5 rescheduled business game meeting. Some of the members of this group were unable to participate in yesterday's meeting because of poor network from their end. So we have to reschedule it for them so that they could present their business game task, which is a very, very vital task, a composite task uh, to to uh, go through in the MMM Guider School. I remember myself, Mentor Nick, mentor in charge of Group 22, batch 2007 over the team. I will be coordinating this circle's business game presentation, and I will hereby hand over the meeting to the representatives of this circle. So, Kate, if you can hear me loud and clear, the meeting is over to you, please. Can you take us through your presentations and provide solutions for the task? Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kate. I'm in Group 22, 5, batch number 3580. I'm here to present our MMM Guidea School on Business Tax. Circle 5, Eddie Levy, Ademiwa Adefemi Daniels, Adeola Oluwajumo, Sunday, Ochonoga Gold, Oguna Kate, that's me. Then Oluwafemi Adebayo, Prince Adegoyega, and Abiodun, under the leadership of Mentor Nikki. Our task today, first task is enter in a new country and develop MMM Global there. This new country will be the Thailand. The certain resources we have, the internet, a team, knowledge received in the school, $50,000. Within an hour, you have to develop a plan of actions for a week. You must specify the number of registration and deposits you will achieve over this period. Important, $50,000 is given only once. Later on, you use the free resources from the system. Objective number 1, focus to get to about 30%. We will focus to get about 30% of the population. We'll focus on our target population. Then 3, we have to ensure that the population understands what MMM benefits and rules of MMM and ideology. Our action plan will be, we shall target the population through the following means. A, printing of flyers and promotional materials. B, big banners. C, good videos and what it stands. D, organizing seminars and radio jingles. E, organizing shows of entertainment. F, bringing in good. Last one is internet promotion. Budget cost for Thailand. The internet promotion, that cost $1,500. Then for the flyers and promotional materials, that goes for $9,350. Then talk show, $3,000. Advertisements, $6,050. The music show, $13,000. Then MMM education, $7,000. Entertainment, $1,000. Then transport and Miscellaneous expenses, that is $1,900. So all the total amount will be $50,000. For our tax two is a week has passed. You are forming the average contribution of the participants to the structure is around $300. Under the regulation of MMM Global, you must provide at least 30% growth in terms of participants' payments, starting with the first contribution. Your task is to calculate how many new members and contributions you have to ensure in the next 3 weeks in order to be able to make the required payments to the other participants. It is necessary to write down your plans of action for the next 3 weeks under the above conditions stated. Point out what resources you need and how you are going to use them, the number of new participants and money raised during this period, what extra costs you will have and how to extract them. Our action plan for the next 3 weeks. 1. Promotion on radio and television, which is mostly accessed to the population in the city capital and other town of Thailand. 2. Projection of having new participants with an average contribution of $300 and ensuring the PH rate increase by $390. Whether consultation with various stakeholders in Bangkok. And our promotional plan, we use media houses like free-to-air stations include Channel 3, BEC Bangkok Entertainment Company under license from MCOT, then Royal Thai Army TV. Then Channel 7, Modern Night TV, Bangkok Religions Christian, then MCOT AM 11432 radio, MCOT AM 1143 Bangkok. And our projection of new participants. That inflow of new member providing help is more than the member getting help per day. And these members are to be providing help of at least 3 analysis of our pH to match the growth rate of our GH. Total pH on is 4,000 times 300 million 260,000. So GH is 2,100 times 390. That will give us 890,000. From the projection of pH, it will certainly handle any GH as pH is more than GH at any point in time. Mathematically analysis. We have 4,200 participants a week multiplied by 3 weeks. That is 1,260,000. The average pH is $300 and pH is $390. Total pH is 1,260,000 times 3 weeks. That gives us 3,780,000. Total GH is 890,000 times 3 weeks. That's 2,400,000. 157,000.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Prince Adegbe Gabiodun. Hope you can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, speak on.
My name is Prince Adegbe Gabiodun, Group 22, Circle 5, Batch 3580. MMM Guidance School. I'm here to present MMM Task Guidance School under the mentorship of Nick. So Task 3 says, a month has passed, you are 100. The same plan for another month on the basis of the result of previous calculations, taking into account the dynamics of growth, the number of new participants and contribution for the next 4 weeks. So task 3 response, activities, and we have calculations. So previous amount contributed by members, you have 420 times 300. That's equal to 1,000. That's 1,260,000. That's a week. Total number of new participants for 4 weeks. You have 420 a week times 4. That is $16,800. Total amount contributed by new participant for 4 weeks. You have 16,800 times $300. That will be $5,040,000. Total amount contributed by new participants up to date. You have $5,040,000 plus $1,260,000. That will give us $330,000. So you have growth rate. That growth rate, that will be previous, and that is total amount contributed by new member up to date minus, that is $5,040,000 minus $1,260,000. That will give us $378,000. So yeah, we have task 4. So after 2 months, you have the number of participants and deposits that you have calculated. Now you can calculate what you need to organize within the next month, a week after the start of the month. There is what you need to organize within the next month. So a week after the start of the month, there is a local holiday in Thailand which is celebrated during a week. Respectively, in this period, the activities of registration falls by 75%. Make a plan of action for a month. What resources and how you should use them, the right amount of contributions and participants for the development of the system. So these are the plan of actions. We look into the numbers of participants a week, number of donation, total number of outflow GH a week, projected registration of new members, so we need to consider that too, the number of 75% reduction, also the way out of this situation. That's what our action plan for task 4. So we have there number of registration and contribution that we have, and the 4 in registration due to the first week holiday give us. So we have activities and calculations. Number of participants we have during 2 months. So we have our calculation. That's 4,208. That will give us 33,600 participants. So we have total amount deposited for 4 weeks. We have 300 times 4,200 participants times 4. That will give us $504. So total amount deposited by participant for 2 months, we have 50,400,000 times 20,000. That will give us $100,000. So we have expected registration for 1 week holiday. That will give us 4,200 new members for the task 4 response. So we have activities to continue and calculations continue also. So working with our weekly sign up of 4,200 per week. So we have 300 times 4,200. That will give us $1,260,000. 75% registration drove due to local holiday and panic of old participants. That will give us 75% of $1,260,000. The answer will be $94,100. You have little amount gotten for that month after 75% registration drop. So that will give $1,260,000 minus $94,000, $5,000. That will give us $1,160,000. So we have contribution made due to holiday or panic of old participants plus little new participants. That will give us $100 million, $80,000 plus 115,500 $. That will give us 112,450 $. So you have laws that affect the system. Because there's nowhere there will be loss in the system. So we have 1,080,000 plus 1,260,000 minus 124,550 $. That will give us 94,000 $. Continue to develop the system for 1 month. Our plan of action include the following. So we need to start another advertisement, this time on social media. So we need to drop up. We want this to reach out to friends, neighbors, and people we have brought in. We have brought from our stay in the Thailand using ice-breaking words like guessing words I just out now. We would like to help someone financially and get 30% interest in your donation within 30 days. This can be achieved since we are 100. That thing will reach out to more people and get new into our community. This is daily as a team of 100 that each members get at least 5 sign daily. Then in 10 days, we get 500 new participants into the system. So we have activities and calculations too. So average contribution of each new members, that is $200. That's our calculation. Total amount contributed by 8,400 new participants in 10 days. That will be 8,400 times $300. That will give us $220,000. So activities. The remaining 25% contribution of 3 members with previous contributed amount. So the calculation $630,000. So total contribution to develop the system. So we have $2,520,000 plus $630,000. That will give us $315,000 with 4,625 active participants and contribution of $1,250,075 $. We develop the system. That's all. Thanks so much.
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, go ahead. I can hear you.
My name is Oluwafemi Adebayo. Batch 223580. Gold circle. Circle 5. I'm presenting on the business game. I'm to present tax 5 and tax 6. Now, our plan did not work. There's been a flutter from stage 4 because there was a public holiday for a week in Thailand. Now, if you had continued with the momentum we started on week 1, we will had probably our plan would have worked. But now our plan didn't work because we had a break for a week. And in Thailand, when we had a break for a week, we couldn't do so much because of that break. So our plan did not work. And what are the plans to resolve that, to salvage situations? Okay, now the first thing we need to do is to increase number of participants that have to come to the system, because like we know now, we have old participants who need to get their money, okay, who are ready to get their money. Then we also need to increase the amount of contribution. Now, tax 2 or point 2 is dependent on point 1. Now, to do this, to achieve this two aim, okay, what we need to do basically to solve that is to increase our awareness to do advert. Okay, so there's going to be an advert and enlightenment on the participant and then the community. Now we need to tell them that MMM is not an investment business, okay, and we should put emphasis on spare money. Now this system was created to help one another and not as a means to enrich ourselves, or it's not a get rich quick syndrome. So we need to tell them that, more like a reminder of what the system is about. Then we need to encourage people to provide help and get help regularly. I mean, provide help. More importantly, we there should be a focus on providing of help, provide help more than GH. Now, when participant rather do that, okay, the system will be sustained. Then point 3 is we need to provide help and get help regularly, like I said. Then point 3 is we need to promote MMM in the community, because the success of MMM is dependent on the participant. Now, beyond doing adverts on social media, on every other medium, we need to ensure and make it more like a point of duty to participants that they must promote MMM in their community. Now, the best form of advert is an advert that referral system, like, okay, I'm doing this thing and it works, okay, so everybody must, okay, promote MMM in their community. Now, to do this, now for each of these activities, we're having a budget, okay, that goes along with it. We have 1,000 naira for the first option, and then to create more awareness in the advertisement, okay, we are having 1,000 naira again that will be spent. So the total amount that will be spent is 5,000 naira for that. Now, in tax 5, we are looking at spreading our area of influence. When we first got to Thailand, we decided to stay in Bangkok, okay, and I mean to just focus on Bangkok. Now, because our plan did not work, we are deciding to spread our tentacles to go to other areas apart from the capital, and that's why in tax 2 or option tax 2, we are to create more awareness in advert, and more areas should be covered by the team, okay, and then to do that also, we have to train more guiders, okay, that would take the message of MMM to various communities and new areas. Okay, now the total amount here is 5,000 that we are going to spend to do this. Now, for tax 5, we are targeting about 5,000 participants. Okay, to be able to turn around the system, we are targeting about 5,000 people, and then we're looking at, if 5,000 participants donate $500, okay, the amount of money we should be getting in the system should be 25 million naira. With this amount, we'll be able to turn around the system. Okay, so that's all about tax 5. We move to tax 6. Unfortunately, also, this plan did not work. Now, from tax 4, when we observed, the number of participants have been reducing. We targeted 8,400 participants to come on board. Now, we couldn't meet that. Then in tax 5, we targeted 5,000. Now, our target is like, okay, we are looking at if we can just have minimum of 2,000, okay, in tax 6. Now, what happened in tax 6? During this month, there's a delay in GH to 7 days. So when participants click on get help, they didn't get help until the next 7 days. Okay, so referral is almost reduced because nobody wants to put in money into the system because they are not sure of getting their money out. Okay, so because of this, pause mode is to be initiated on the system. Now, the task here is to make a plan of action for another month on how to go about this. Okay, to do this, we need to, now we have a delay in payment by 7 days. We don't have enough restrictions and need deposit to cover the cost of the current deposit. Now we need to establish the post mode situation, but we have to continue the following. Now it should be noted that in tax 6 also, more than ever before, we need more awareness. We need to spend so much money on advertisement, because the only way that can survive or that can ensure the continuity of MMA in this new land, I mean new country, in advertisement. Now, when we do advertisement, the following will occur: the number of participants will increase, the amount of contribution that we need will also increase, and then member will also provide more help. Okay, and then in pulse mode, when member provide help, we also advise or we also encourage them to continue to provide help, so that the money in the system can be enough to go out for the whole participant. Okay, now this is what we are going to do, and this is the tabular form, okay, that we are going to follow to achieve this in part 6. Okay, we can motivate members with 10% bonus. Now, because everybody is afraid to put in money into the system, now we can just motivate them with 10% bonus, meaning that once you PH, instead of getting 30%, you also get 40%. 10%, yes, 10% will be like something to encourage you for doing that. Okay, and then the total amount considered by 2,000 new participants will be attracted by the bonus. Now, when we introduce 10% bonus, like okay, if you do this, you get 10%. If you provide that, you get 10%. We are looking at being able to get about 2,000 participants for the new, I mean, for this tax, okay, for this phase to be successful. Okay, and if 2,000 participants come on board and then they create more awareness, okay, the method of MMM will be able to spread. Now, let's say that we are able to get 2,000 participants, okay, and each of them contribute about 500. Okay, so we calculate that we are having about 1 million naira, $1 million. Okay, for, I mean, that's the money we are going to get for that task 6. Now, and then a point of emphasis for all participants, whether you an old participant or a new participant, is that they should never listen to the media. The media is never in support of MMM. Okay, so we must ensure to them, whether through the radio or whether through website. Okay, they must never listen to the media. The media is never in support of MMM. Now, we should also educate participant about what post mode is about. Post mode is not the end of the world. It's not the end of MMM. Okay, there are the countries where we have post mode. Okay, so we should tell them that post mode, this is why we are having post mode, and if all of us do what we have to do, post mode will not last. Okay, it will soon be removed, and then we should increase the minimum amount of PH. For instance, let's say the minimum for when we started in Thailand was $300. Now we increase it to $500. Okay, so we increase the minimum, okay, that you can PH to salvage the situation to $500. Okay, $500 or more. Okay, then we will build trust by showing past experience of MMM. Now, post mode, like I said, it's not the end of the world. So when their mind is disabused of what post mode is, okay, that your money is still safe, it's still in the system, just that this time, this is going to happen. Okay, people will be able to have confidence in the system. We do this by showing examples of country where post mode are occurred, and then right, and MMM is okay. Cool. Okay, so our action plan for this is presentation will be held daily. Unlike before, that we hold presentation maybe 2 times in a week. Okay, so presentation will be held daily to assure the old participants that the program is not going anywhere. Rather, they should be encouraged to guide us, showing them the benefit of guidance. Also recruit new members massively. Now, the numbers of new members will be 4 times the number of participants. So the new deposit will be used to pay old participants in installment. In this case, we have 30,000 new sign up weekly. For 1 month, we have 20,000 sign up. Then, number 2, if new member contributes $1,000, and then let's say we have 100,000 participants. Now we are going to have $120 million. Now this amount of money will be able to cover up our standing payment of old. So that will be our action. That's 6.
Okay. I think it's all right. Let the last person present.